see how she's already comparing herself to this girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's comparing herself to her. Why do you need to tell us how flat your ass is, lady?
Now this guy says, this is what made me a dad. So I'm looking at her shape. All of that's great. Her face, her hair, all that stuff is great. Her foot size looks great. What types of problems would a girl like this have?
The most common issue that women who look like her, which is like some, you know, um, what people would consider some 8, 9, or 10 on a scale,
Mm-hmm.
and they're young girls. The common issue with most of them is that, for one, they tend to be pretty self-centered, and for two, they tend to be extremely jealous. So just because she's self-centered and jealous, you just got an array of problems you're gonna run into based on that alone. Then on top of that, you've got the girls who are, for some reason, just so insecure. Even though they're beautiful, they be so insecure. And you got the girls who have the shittiest tempers because they're so pretty, no one ever says no to them. So if you resist something that they want or expect out of you, her temper just gets turned on and she starts flipping the hell out, right?
Here's another reason why I think these guys are very insecure. This comment says, my God, you did not miss. I do not blame you. That walk has many men on her radar. Beep. What? Again, with this thought process, oh, other guys want her. It's like you're positive that she would want another guy back. This is the way this sounds to me. Now, this is the part that us men don't know. When you have this attitude of that walk has many men on radar. That walk has many men on radar.
Mm-hmm.
That will make the dude act which way to her.
They'll act like, hey, what can I do for you today? How can I make your life wonderful? They worship her.
What will make her boyfriend, these types of dudes, if he knows that walk has many men on radar?
Okay.
How do these types of dudes act if she's their girlfriend?
They act insecure. They don't want nobody looking at their girlfriend. You're gonna wild out every time some dude is looking in my direction thinking I'm making him look at me, or every time I ask a dude a question you think I'm trying to cheat on you. You're gonna be stalking me, bothering me, and trying to control every move I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
These type of dudes, yeah, they do end up being extremely possessive over the women.
He's so lucky she still fit like that after 2 kids. I'm like, where are y'all married? Like, making couples content is not the same as we're married.
Mm-hmm.
You may as well be on
I mean, but
a
does it make
reality
a
show.
difference if he is married? Does it make a difference that he's posting his wife up here like this and all these dudes are gawking at her? What's the difference if he is married?
Well, I don't know if there is a difference.
I think what's more significant is how quiet the comment section are when it comes to females. Why isn't it flooded with women saying anything?
Mm,
You notice that?
that is interesting.
You don't see a bunch of women in them comments.
What would the girls say?
That's a good question. What would you bitches say? You feminist bitches? What y'all got to say? Nobody wants to come on here and call this lady male-centric because she over here living with some man and having children with him? You don't want to say that she's not independent enough because her man is in the picture? You don't want to say that she's miserable because there's a man who's actually likes her and is covering her? Where are you feminist bitches? How come you guys aren't over here in the comments freaking out, calling all the men a bunch of names, telling these men in the comment section that they're predatory, or that they're scumbags, or that they're idiots, or that they're dusty dudes? How come you bitches is so fucking quiet when this dude is posting his bitch up here like this?
Why don't you tell us? Because we don't know why these bitches be doing what they do.
Because what are you going to say? Remember when I told you, when there's a whole bunch of men agreeing that the content is something that they like and the rhetoric is something they agree with, and a bunch of dudes is basically expressing the same sentiment about a situation, these bitches don't have nothing to say because you gonna look like the one crazy bitch who basically you just hating on a bitch because she's not ugly.
Well, this dude put a heart by almost every comment except for this one right here. Ha ha ha. Word. She's married too. He didn't say nothing to that, which would make me say, I don't think he's married. You don't have to even marry these bitches in this day and age. You can just fuck them and give them a baby and then that's it. It's like they don't even mind.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
maybe that's why the girls aren't saying nothing. Just like that sweater that says dump him. It's like, oh,
Right,
well,
but
there's
that's
no...
what I'm saying. You bitches don't even have a baby daddy in the picture. You guys got a bunch of fucking kids, but for some reason have no men around. So even if he didn't marry you, you can't even convince this nigga to stay in the picture. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All your kids got a bunch of different fathers. They don't live with y'all. You are married to the welfare system. Your man don't even spend time around his kids. He don't want to have nothing to do with you or them kids. You feel me? You don't want him to have nothing to do with them kids. Both of y'all hate each other's guts. It's like a wonder, how did y'all even make any babies together? You understand what I'm saying?
Let me also say, I have to put this on the Patreon because I got so many dudes who's jealous of me, Honest Adonis. These LeBron James fans and these Myron Gaines fans, Fresh and Fit fans, Andrew Tate fans, and then just regular internet trolls who are mad because they can't run into nobody anyway. I gotta put this on the Patreon because they'll see this and they'll talk like, oh, you're mad because your girl don't look like that. Knowing that, them already knowing what me and my wife is on. Already knowing.
So I'm saying from a female's perspective, when women see this post, they see a nigga being up this bitch's ass. You understand what I'm saying? And that hurts their feelings because you weird ass hoes got a bunch of kids and there's no nigga up your ass. You understand what I mean? You got no nigga there. Like look at this stroller she's pushing. That's not a normal regular stroller you can just go and buy from Walmart for $60. That stroller costs like $200. She didn't spend $200 on that stroller for a second baby. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? No. The dad is spending the money on this stroller. You understand what I'm saying? She's what we call a kept woman. That's why she's got this fancy ass stroller walking out with her man filming her because he likes her. he wants to stick around. You understand what I'm saying? And if you look at her body, she's extremely fit for someone who just dropped a whole brand new baby. Mothers don't walk around looking like that right after they had a baby. You understand what I'm saying? So most women aspire to look like her. They wish they could look like her, and they wish a nigga would give a shit that they're keeping themselves fit, they're having children with them, they have any kind of value, that he won't just run away because I got pregnant. You feel me?
Okay.
But that's not what most of these women experience that live on the internet. So this is why the women, when they see a post like this, they stay quiet. Because unless you're a woman who's just not even hating, you're gonna look and sound like a hater if you say anything negative on a post like this. You feel me? And the fact that all these dudes are in the comments section saying, yep, me too, I would too, that makes these women's blood boil when they see that. You feel me? Nobody feels like that about you. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So really, at the end of the day, it kind of doesn't even matter whether he's married or not, because at the end of the day, like I've said in previous conversations we've had, it's not really about a marriage certificate, because plenty of people are married and they still end up divorcing. It's about the commitment part. Are you in the picture? You understand what I'm saying? And nowadays with these young people, a lot of people, they don't want to go and get legally married because it's like a hindrance to them financially and legally. They have all these issues and they don't want to deal with it. So I don't want to go and get a paper certificate saying I'm married, but I'll have a marital relationship that's a long-term and commitment. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
That's just the age that we're living in right now. There's not too many people who are like, oh, I'm religious, so I'm gonna go and get married. It's really not like that. You feel me? Now, and this girl is young, so what she's doing is what these women, these feminist women, would call like she's selling out almost. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't say shit to her because this bitch is not cranky. She ain't mad. She not walking around with a chip on her shoulder. She don't mind that her man is walking by her, taping her while she's walking. She don't mind that she's walking down the street with her little baby in this expensive ass stroller that he bought. She don't mind at all. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's attention she's getting, and she's getting it from her man. So she's like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Yeah, sure. If you want to film me, whatever. If you want to put me up on your YouTube, whatever. She don't care because she's getting his attention while she's doing whatever it is that he's filming her doing. And this mad women who are looking at a girl like this feeling some type of way because in your fantasies you want to be this girl. You understand what I'm saying? Now we don't even know what her man looked like. We don't know how smart he is. We don't know what kind of job he got. We don't know nothing about this dude except that he's a man. That's all we know about him. And yet you'll still feel some type of way as a woman looking at this because her man could be a piece of shit crackhead. You understand what I'm saying? He might beat her ass behind closed doors. But you're not imagining that part. You're just looking at the part where, oh, look how she gets to just walk down the street being protected and covered by her man. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, her baby got the dad around. Oh, her children know their father. That is the part that these girls be salty about. So they want to tell themselves it's some kind of a problem. But the problem is, at least online, if there isn't a slew of other women attacking her, then if I jump in here and start saying something negative, I'm just going to look like the lone hating ass bitch because I'm scrutinizing her in some way when she's minding her business, just doing her thing, being a wife and a mom. And this man is just appreciating her.
So let me kind of end off on this note, because it sounds like, as I'm processing all of the stuff you're saying, the way that these salva type dudes, you got your other friend that you said, he grew up with all of these. He was like a little small dude, and the girls used to pick him up like a little baby. And then he went off to the military. He
got all big and buff.
Yeah, and like all of these chicks was liking him, but for some reason he can't get out of his head.
Yeah.
And
he still thinks like the little scrawny boy that he used to be that didn't get any respect from the girls as a romantic interest.
Almost like the fat girl who got skinny, she still thinks like a fat girl.
Right. So now if you're nice to her, she's like, are you being nice to me because you really like me, or are you being nice to me because I'm skinny now? She got an attitude about it.
That's a real problem with a lot of black dudes in our community. A lot of dudes in our community. Probably guys all over the world, but definitely in our community, that's a real problem. So as I'm wrapping this up, it sounds like you're saying, if you want to spite those people, those girls, then make a woman your wife. A fly woman, you have whatever, you got something in common with, whatever it is, an attractive woman, make that woman your wife. Because those women who wouldn't give you the time of day then, 20, 30 years later, them hoes will be the ones who will see you with this girl, and they'll burn on the inside.
The adjustment I would make to that statement is, I wouldn't tell no man get with these girls to spite those girls, because who gives a fuck? Like, who cares what this sideways ass bitch even thinks about you? Who gives a shit?
You're gonna run into them hoes. You're gonna see them.
You're just gonna be hating. Just expect it, but don't do it because you're hoping they're gonna hate on this bitch or be mad at you because now they can't get with you. Fuck them hoes, because they did you a service by excusing themselves out the picture because they was fucking raggedy bitches in the first place. Like I just told Gino today, I said, you're 20 years old. You'll see, even if you're not interested, people are going to start throwing themselves at you, trying to figure out if they can get you to date them. You're just going to start interest in young girls who like how you move because you over here trying to be about your business. But you need to keep in mind the reality.
America's most dangerous killers.
Keep in mind
the reality that women have a certain nature about them, so you can't trust everything that they say. She might talk to you like, yay, I want to do this with you and that with you, and I'm going to bring this to the table and that to the table. The moment she gets comfortable with you, she's going to start slacking off. The moment she's pregnant, she's going to start slacking off. All these promises she made, especially financially, she's going to start slacking off. So you cannot rely on this girl when she's telling you, I'm bringing all this stuff to the table. You can't rely on that. All you can do is believe what you see, right? Believe what she's actually doing. And expect in your head, if she switches up and then goes and does something else, don't blame yourself. Don't look in the mirror and be like, I must have did something wrong that this beautiful girl decided she don't want to be with me no more and she ran off someplace. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's that she can't see herself with a dude like you. you're on a elevated trajectory. You're trying to, you know, do more and more and more so that you can build and build and build in your life. But us girls, we don't really have those kinds of plans for ourselves. If I want to live some luxurious life, my plan is find me a dude who can afford to give me that life. That's like the best plan we can come up with, really. You understand what I'm saying?
It's interesting.
Because even those of us who go after jobs and professions, I'm telling you, soon as we start working, get closer to your late 20s and see how burnt out a bitch is. She don't want to do that job no more. She don't want to work full time no more. Her body just can't handle it, right? So I'm not saying that there's something wrong with women for doing that. I'm just saying it's not our nature to do that. But when you're young, like this pretty girl, you think, oh, I can, I will. You got all this fucking energy, bitch. You 23. Hit 30 years old. No, you don't. You don't want to do all of that shit. Even like this girl with her baby. She don't want to go to work. She'd rather this. She'd rather walk down the street pushing her baby in a carriage and let this nigga film her and talk about how pretty she is than to go off to work. She don't want to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
If I don't have to do that, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just be adored by my family and be at home with my kids. Even if that means I gotta do dishes, sweep the floor, fold up laundry. I prefer to do that over going off to work and being around all these weird ass people all day long who don't even give two shits about me, right? So that's why I was telling him, I'm like, you gotta understand that about girls, that when they excuse themselves, don't feel bad, don't blame yourself. You should feel relieved because this weird ass bitch excused herself from ruining your future. That's good that she knew to fuck off someplace because there's somebody better than her that's gonna come along, and you'll see how hard that girl fights to be in your life.
This is the only girl I see that left a comment that says, I'm so flat in my back, cheeks look nice, respectfully.
Yeah, and how far down you had to scroll to get to that comment and see how she's already comparing herself to this girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's comparing herself to her. Why do you need to tell us how flat your ass is, lady? We don't care.
Who's she talking to? The other men?
She's just thinking out loud because this is how women are. That's what I'm saying. They're comparing themselves to this girl they don't even know. And based on that, their feelings is making them have whatever thoughts that they're having, right?
Right.
And so if you say something negative, you're just going to look like a hating, sad ass bitch. You see what I'm saying?
And you don't want to look like that even if you are.
Absolutely not. You don't want to look that way. You don't want it to be obvious, especially because this girl is not ugly, right?
Yep.
So if you talk about her in some negative way, you gonna sound like a sour ass bitch who's salty because don't nobody want you.